Okay, so we are ready to start. Hi, everyone. My name is Yana Gridasova. I've been working as a teacher of English for 14 years, and I've worked with students of different age groups, including children from 3, teenagers, and adults. Right now, I'm in Grade Education Center, and I'm really happy to see all of you here. Before we start our webinar, I'll ask you to be active participants during the process because I think you can agree that a dialogue is always better than a monologue. So please be active and to answer my questions if I ask you some questions during the webinar. So the topic of our webinar is teaching reading and writing to young learners. Uh, the first task that I'm going to ask you to do is to look at the screen and to guess the word that is hiding behind the pictures. Please write your answers in a chat. Any ideas? Okay, just 1 second. I'm sorry, just 1 second. Literacy. Yeah, now I see your answers. Yeah, yeah. This is the word literacy. You're absolutely right. Please write what do you know about literacy? I mean, what it means, literacy. So literacy is the ability. Yes, yes, Mariana, you're right. The ability to read and write. Absolutely. So we are going to talk about teaching reading and writing to young learners. And this is the next question for you. Which is easier to teach to young learners? Oral language skills, listening and speaking, or written language skills, reading and writing? To make it easier, you just can write number 1 or 2. Oral. Okay. Oral language skills are easier to teach. Well, okay. Yeah, I see. I see. So mostly for all of you, it is easier to teach oral language skills. Yeah, I can agree. On depends on the person. We have also the answer. Yeah, okay, can be. Which is easier to teach to young learners, reading or writing? What are your ideas? Reading. Reading. Yeah. Yeah, they are connected. You're absolutely right. Yeah. Okay. Right. Writing is easier. Wow, you're my superhero. Uh-huh. Reading is easier. Yeah, can agree. Okay, yeah. Uh-huh. So, well, if you said writing is more difficult, most of us would agree, and we have heard a lot of times from different teachers that writing is a kind of like neglected skill, and we have different reasons for that. I will give you a minute to think what can be the reason why we all can agree that writing is a neglected skill. Please drop a line in the chat box. Some teachers may find it difficult to allocate the time for writing activities. Yeah, absolutely. Time consuming. Yeah, can agree. What else can be the reason? Again, about time, yes. It takes more time to learn. Yeah, people mostly use computers. I can agree. Even nowadays, if to talk about young learners, they use tablets and computers, but they don't like writing. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, it takes time to check it after the class. I can agree. Mm-hmm. We also have some like reasons. If you have a look at the screen, there are some examples like I don't have time for it. Yes, you're right. It's time consuming. And we usually pay attention more on speaking, listening, or on reading, but not on writing. The next reason can be that our classes are too big, and that is true if you talk about Ukraine. I don't know what to do with the beginners. This is also the common problem, especially if to talk about young learners. Their motor skills are not developed enough, so it's difficult for us as teachers to teach them how to write. Well, that is one more reason. Like I don't like it. It's boring. Yeah, there are some course books where you can find actually, yeah, boring tasks for writing. And today we're going to share a few tasks that you can use in your lessons. And we hope that they will be not so boring. They will be like exciting for your kids and interesting. You were right. You mentioned some of you mentioned before that reading and writing they are connected. But before students start writing, they need to make a few steps. At first, they hear a word before they can say the word. And then they can say the word before they can read it. And they can read the word before they write it. So from the very beginning of their learning, they just listen to you and then they can say something that you said. They can repeat after you. After that, it comes reading and they start read the words and only after that they can write them. That's why it's so difficult to teach them reading and writing. You were absolutely right when you mentioned the connection. So reading and writing, they are interactive and they are connected. Reading is a kind of preparation for speaking or in our case for writing. And writing is a production of something to be read. So we can say that one follows the other. Uh, it's not a secret that it's really important to teach them reading and writing. Reading and writing, they reinforce what is learned orally. We mentioned that before. So at first they listen to you, they repeat after you, and then they start reading and writing. Reading expands the input, and writing can help in remembering it. Uh, Mostly after all reading tasks, after stories or some fairy tales, there is a task for writing. It can be to continue the story or to make a project and so on. And it really helps to remember the words that are given better. Reading helps us learn writing conventions such as capital letters, for example, or punctuation, and it's very true. They link the classroom with home. Sometimes writing and reading can be done as a part of homework, and if they have writing at home, they can uh, do the task at home and then bring the task to the classroom. And this is a connection between classroom and home. And the last one that we have that is very important, that writing provides a source of self-expression. Reading is a sense of pride. When young children start reading and when they realize that they understand the meaning, they can find the like keywords in the text, they understand the text, they are proud of themselves. And talking about writing, it's a good way to express their feelings, their mood, and their thoughts that they have. So this is like one of the most important things why we teach them writing and reading. There are a lot of activities, and my question for you before I will show you my activities, my question for you is to think what are your favorite reading and writing activities. For example, as for me, I like running dictations. What about you? Do you have your favorites? Okay, so any ideas? What do you usually use? Again, running dictations. Okay, drills. I like it. True or false statements. Good. Dictations. Nice. Okay. A chart miles. Circle motions they feel. Oh, wow. Just chance. Yeah. Pair dictation. Good. Well done. Games. Picture dictation. I like it. So you're so creative, you know a lot. I'm going to share a few activities that I use with my kids. Oh, we have also battleship. Wow, so creative teachers. The first activity that I'm going to share is it can be done if to talk about reading, and it can be done if to talk about writing. You're going to watch. You're going to see only one word that is on your screen. Please remember the word or write it down somewhere if you have a piece of paper. Remember, please, the words that I'm going to show you on the screen. Please write the sentence that you have seen on the screen. The lion was sleeping. Yes, you're absolutely right. The lion was sleeping. Okay, this is the beginning of our story. Now, look at the next sentence from the story. Could you please write the second sentence? Yeah, the mouse was going to kill the lion. You are absolutely right. Yes. So we have two sentences. The lion was sleeping and the mouse was going to kill the lion. Now the task for you is to think what happened at the end of the story. Can you please write one sentence? What do you think happened at the end of the story? Oh, yeah, they made friends. Okay, so they became friends. What else can be? Suddenly, lion opened his eyes. Mm-hmm. The mouse fell asleep because the lion was so soft. Oh, it's so nice. Yeah, it's so nice, sweet story. The mouse was killed by a lion. Horror story. Okay, so yeah, different people, different thoughts. So see, even if to talk about these activities, the answers can be different. And if you give your children a chance to finish the story, I'm sure that you will have different stories. I will show you the story on the screen. So this is a real story, what happened. If you want, you can use the same activity, but with another story or with another text. It's up to you. Mouse kissed the lion on his watering nose. Oh, so sweet. Yeah. Thank you very much. Thank you. By the way, if to talk about texts and if to talk about stories that are given in our course books, sometimes it's really boring a little bit to read just like a real text. But what you can do here, you can use different, like, let's say, shapes. You can like play a game with them and so on. On your screen, you can see three riddles. They are in a shape of waves, let's say like that. Please read them and try to guess the answer. You can type your answers in the chat. Let's, number one is M, okay. Letter M, yes, you're absolutely right. What about the next one, number two? Any ideas what can be number two? Pencil, okay. What else can be? Candle? Maybe. I will share with you the answers. Candle. Okay, let it be. So we have pencil and a candle. Okay. A shade. Good. What about the third one? There are no stairs. Yellow color. Okay. Yeah, Yulia, you're absolutely right. It's one story house. So yes, the answers you can see on the screen. So you are right, absolutely. Talking about the first one, it was the letter M. The next one, it was about candle. Yeah, a candle is the correct answer. The third one, there aren't any because it's a one-story house. Yes, you're absolutely right. So if you use a little bit different shape for your text, it can be more interesting for your kids and more exciting. You can try it with your kids as well. Uh, it can be done even in this shape, a shape of a heart. For example, here I have a part of the story, the beginning of the story. And the task for you is very, very simple. I'm going to read the beginning of the sentence that you can see here. Your task is to finish the sentence by typing only one word. Please have a look at the text. Okay. So please find a phrase that I'm going to start reading and finish it by typing only one word. And that puts me in, mind. Yes, Nadia, you're right. Absolutely. Nice. Okay. You look exactly like a snow image. Yes, yes, Elizaveta, you're absolutely right. So just choose a little bit maybe simpler and easier text for your kids, and you can play this game with them as well. This is also a heart with the same text that you have seen here on the right. The task for you is to look carefully and quickly type any verbs that you can see on this picture, any verb. Figure, okay, head, verb, it should be a verb, like, okay. Nose, show, okay. Make, super. Try to find, please, an adjective. Any adjectives that you can see. Long, okay. Warm, Frosted, nice. New, little, oh, well done. Okay, any nouns that you can see. A noun, chick, okay. Yes, ideas, snow. Well done. Thank you very much. Thanks. Yes. Um, so it will be a little bit more exciting and interesting for your kids if you use just a little bit different form for the same story or for the same text. Let's move on. The next activity that I'm going to share, it's a maze. And if you can find the exit, you will have a sentence. There is only one sentence here. Please look carefully, and when you're ready, drop your answer in the chat. It starts from once. Once upon a time, but this is only the first part of the sentence. The sentence is a little bit longer. So yeah, once upon a time, and the next part. Oh yeah, Olga Tereshenko, thank you. So yeah, once upon a time there was an old mother pig. Yes, thank you, Bogdan, for finishing this. Yes. So you're right. Once upon a time there was an old mother pig. This is the beginning of the fairy tale, and this activity can be done as a reading, for example, to prepare your kids for reading, or as a kind of competition who can read the sentence first or whatever. What can be done next after this activity? You can ask them to think and to write like the next sentence and the next sentence for the story, and they can create their own fairy tale one by one. We will try to do it right now. So please, the first sentence is, once upon a time there was an old mother pig. Please think about the next sentence that can be connected to this sentence. She had one naughty piglet. Oh, so sweet. Why only one? Okay. So there was an old mother pig. She had one naughty piglet. The piglet didn't want to go to school. So see, even if to talk about our webinar, she had a friend, also possible. We have so creative teachers that we can create our own fairy tale, and I'm sure it will be exciting. Thank you very much. These were some activities that you can use if to talk about reading. The next activity is connected to writing, and especially if to talk about young learners who cannot write well, or because their motor skills are not developed enough. And sometimes we see the task that our teachers can give to kids like this. Please write the word 5 times. Isn't it boring a little bit if to talk about young learners? We have another way how to make it more interesting. If you need to practice in spelling, for example, and writing, you can prepare some handouts like this and ask your kids to write with different colors maybe, or different size of letters. on different parts of the picture the same word. And it can be done like this, for example. It's a kind of drilling during writing, so it can help them to practice spelling, for example, and writing as well. The next task is for you to think about the question, what can you write here? So the previous picture was a dress. What can be done here? Yes, okay, so we can write the word house. Yeah. So yeah, Mariana, thank you for your idea. So it can be done like this. You can write parts of the house, yeah, chimney, roof, window, wall, door. You can use different rooms. Yes, thank you. The label is each part of the house. Yes, absolutely agree. Yeah, it can be done in different colors as well, and you will have a nice picture. What about this? What can you write here? Parts of the body. Okay, yeah, I can agree. The word monkey. Adjectives about, okay, yes. Emotions, why not? Yeah, good. The word happy. Colors as well. The word Africa, good. Super. The word jungle, why not? Yes, monkeys live in a jungle, so you can use this word. Numbers, why not? Also can be done with numbers, like how many ears, how many eyes, how many hands, and so on. Shapes, also possible, yes, good. So basically, you can use this activity with different kind of topics, and they will enjoy the process, and for them it will be not so boring. Done. Okay. Oh, yeah, it can be like monkey is jumping. Actually, yes, it's a good idea. Thank you, Mariana. It can be done with sentences. You can write even short sentences. The monkey is happy. Look at this monkey, and so on and so on. So you will have a story inside the picture. And this is also a brilliant idea. Thank you very much. The next activity that I'm going to share is called Silly Story. For that, I ask you to prepare a piece of paper or a notebook and a pen or pencil, and just write one word as an answer for this topic. So please write one animal, a name of the animal, an adjective, only one word, a number, a place in a city, and a verb. So you need to have 5 words. Now look what we are going to do. We are going to create a story with these words, but the name of the animal is going to be your name. The adjective is going to be your surname. A number, it's your age, a place where you live, and a verb, it's your job. Please have a look here and remember the information. Now you're going to create your short silly story. It can be done like this. My name is Monkey. My surname is Wonderful. I'm 21. I live in a hotel. I am a jumper. I'll give you 1 minute to write your short silly story with your name, with your surname, and place where you live. Uh, you don't need to write the whole story. You can write just a part of the story. For example, where you live and what is your job. My name is Dragon. My surname is Happy. I'm 17. I live in a library. Wow. I'm a dancer. What a nice dragon. We have a cat. Its surname is Beautiful, who lives in the center and who's a runner. Wow, we have also one more cat. Its surname is Red, and he lives on the street. Poor cat. And we have a monkey whose surname is Happy, who lives on the square and who is a dancer. Thank you very much. Thanks. Great stories. Uh, this is the activity that you can use if to talk about small kids, young learners. If you want to make it a little bit more complicated, or for example, you can use it with teenagers, just give them more options to write about something. And it can be done like this. There is a list of topics, and the task is to write only one word for each topic. Then you can give your kids or teenagers a text like this that you can see on the screen. And the task for them will be like this. Write the word instead of number. In number 2, we have adjective to describe the day. So it can be done like that. It was a sunny day in March. I was in my room and I was drinking a hot coffee or tea or something like that. So it ups to you and ups to them. I'm sure you'll have different stories. They can be funny, they can be crazy a little bit, they can be silly, but my kids really enjoy the process, and at the end of the lesson we have a variety of different stories. They enjoy this activity as well. Let's move on to the next one. What else can be done? We mentioned that there is a connection between classroom and their homework. For example, they can prepare something at home and then bring this handout to the classroom. So what can be done here? You can ask them to make a project or to create a story, but instead of some words, they use pictures. They can be stickers or just simple drawings. They prepare these projects at home, then they bring these projects to school, and they can swap with their friends or partners, and the task will be for partners to read this story. Also can help if your kids are at school and during the lesson you have no time, for example, to like to make a project. It can be done even in class with your kids. Just ask them to draw some simple pictures instead of words, and then they can share their stories by reading. It's also fun, and kids like it. Looks like a riddle in some ways. So if you know the word cat, you will read the word cat. If you don't know, you have to think about this. And kids really like these activities. One more that I can share with you is this. It can be fun also for young learners. There is a short poem. Instead of some words, you can see pictures like a frog, boots, or something like that, number 2, and a picture of a boat. The task for your kids can be just a second. Okay, something like this. Imagine that we don't have this picture. Please think about the word that you can use instead of the word frog and write it in a chat box, please. So someone or something that can be in the pool, but it's not a frog. A dog. Okay, a fish. Uh-huh. So we will have like a little bit different poem. It's the first day of school, said the fish in a pool. Why not? Said the dog in a pool. Said the hippo in a pool. Said the kid in a pool. Also possible. Why not? Let's imagine that we don't have this picture. Please think about all the words that you can use here instead of boots or shoes. Hat. I must put on my hat and my coat. Rings. Yes, real ladies. Okay. A scarf. Okay. I must put on my scarf and my coat. Yes. And the next step will be like to change this number to another number, and you will have a completely different poem from other students. It is fun. Megan's can be, yes, if to talk about clothes, good. So it can be fun for kids. They enjoy the process, and at the end of the activity, you will have a variety of different funny stories or rhymes or poems, wherever you would like to do with your kids. Just a sec, I will clean it. Okay, that's nice. And then just a sec. Okay, in my case, I wanted to show you that I would like to use, for example, fish, hat, and the number 6. So I will have a little bit different story from the previous one. Let's move on to the next one. Or we have a story here. Please read the story and remember the details. I'm going to ask you a few questions after that. You will have only 1 minute. Okay, oops. A part of the story is hiding behind the yellow heart. My task for you is to answer my questions. Do you remember the boy's name? Please write it in the chat box. Tom, yes, you're right. What does he like eating for lunch? Spaghetti. Well done. What's his favorite drink? Cola. Yes, absolutely right. Good. The next step that you can like have with your kids, you can do with your kids, is to give them a handout with some words that are missing and ask them to fill in the gaps by using their own ideas. Again, you will have different stories. Again, they will enjoy the process because they can express like their feelings and their emotions, and they can share the information, like private information, what do they like, and so on. It can be even done like this. So this task looks similar to the previous, but we can do it in a little bit different way. The first way that I'm going to share is a kind of banana dictation. All you need is just to read the story to your kids like this. Once there was a beautiful city called Banana. It was far away next to the banana. Very funny banana lived in it, and so on. They will write this story, but instead of the word banana, they have to write their ideas. If you want to make it a little bit easier for kids, you can just prepare the handout and give them at the lesson and give them a task to write the missing words on the pictures with banana. Let's try with you. We will try the banana dictation the first way. I'm going to read the sentence. Instead of the word banana, please type only one word that you would like to put there. So let's start. Once there was a beautiful city called Lviv. Well done. It was far away next to the river, to the cafe. Okay. Very funny banana lived in it. Oh, wizard cat. Okay, so very funny cat lived in it. Nice. They built tall banana and banana from white bricks. So they built tall houses and bridges from white bricks. Super. There were a lot of banana and banana. So there were a lot of castles, trees and flowers. Why not? You could meet a banana or a banana in the street. Wow, witch or wizard? Why not? You could meet a witch or a wizard in the street. Super. So as you see, different people, different ideas, and it can be fun. You can use it as a banana dictation or just give them a handout and ask them to write their own ideas. What can come next? You can ask them to read their stories or to compare with their partners to find something in common or to find out whose story is like the most interesting or the silliest or the craziest. Yes, Irina, thank you. It really develops creativity. Yes, I agree. And kids really like it. Um, if you don't have questions, we can move on. I shared a few activities with you and games with you that you can use on your lessons. But some of them can be used even if to talk about exam preparation, for example. They also have gap fillings and some creativity. They are oriented like to develop the writing and reading skills. You can use these activities as well. Again, we can like find a connection between these activities and some activities that can be done if to talk about Cambridge exams. If you have a look at the screen, you can find the like short information about these exams. They are suitable for any kind of learner and with any kind of language aim. Exams are learner oriented, and if we take a look at the range of exams, we have a scale here. Um, the scale can show us the levels according to Common European Framework of Reference and the range of exams that we have for different groups and different contexts. School can start taking Cambridge exams from primary school and from grade 2. Then they move, for example, to grade 4. They can take the exam A1 movers in grade 4. And so on and so on. We usually recommend to build a step system that will allow your students or learners to achieve a goal and to prove that they know the language on a certain level. And then they can set another goal and reach it, and really they enjoy the process. They see the aim, the clear aim, and they can prove something not only to you as a teacher but to themselves as well. Let's check how much do you know about exams. What do you think, how many levels are there in young learners exams? Just okay, try to guess. So 3, So you think there are 3 levels? 5. Okay. Well, let's check 2. Actually, there are 4 levels. Young learners exams have 4 levels. What do you think, how many parts are there in the starters exam? How many parts are there in the starters exam? 4. Yeah, Irina, you are right. There are 4 parts. You are absolutely right. How many parts are there in the movers exam? What do you think? How many parts are in the movers exam? 4. 4. Okay. Well, actually, there are 3 parts in the movers exam. One more interesting fact that starters exam lasts for 2 hours, and during the speaking part there are 2 kids and 2 examiners in the room. Why it is useful and interesting to take an exam? They are designed to motivate young learners and build their confidence step by step. They they develop practical skills for the real world, and kids cannot fail the exam. Every child gets a certificate. They are fun. There are fun and colorful exam materials, and also these exams are available on demand. This is a sample of certificate that your kids can get after taking the exam with like a score if to talk about reading and writing, listening and speaking, so they can see their results. On this sample, you can find the information like for teachers or for parents, also with details about the results of the exam. And this is like just a sample how it looks like. If you are interested and if you're looking for some materials, you can visit this website. There are a lot of games, there are a lot of materials how to prepare your kids for Cambridge exams. And it's for free, you don't need to pay for it. Also, we have like partnership program. Our partners and schools that have the status of official preparation center preparing for Cambridge exams, and we support them. We provide them opportunities for professional development, different bonuses and benefits of working with us. If you'd like to find out more, you can visit our website and fill in the application, and our managers will contact you and tell you in details about our partnership program and benefits that you can get. One more important part of Great Education Center is a teacher training center and the qualification we provide for teachers. We are running CELTA and Delta courses. Also, we have TKT, CELTA, CELT-P. We are the biggest center for CELTA in Ukraine, and we have more information on the site. If you are interested, you can check it out individually and develop professionally with us. One more, like it's our new project that we've recently launched, is the IELTS preparation course on our platform Grade Online. There you can find all types of academic writing tasks, step-by-step guide on writing your own reports, for example, all the information collected in the knowledge bank, and you can get also feedback from IELTS experts. If you are interested, you can have a look and find more information here on the website. By the way, talking about bonuses for you, have a look here. If you use this promo code webinar, you'll get 20 euros off the price of any plan, yes. So this is it. It's time for questions and answers. If you have any questions, please ask. You can write them in the chat. Are there any questions? Okay, this activity is hard, you mean? Lisa, if you mean the name of the website, we are going to share after the webinar. It will be a link for the website, and it's for free. You just need to find the text or the story that you are interested in and click on the button Create a Heart. It's easy. Yeah, talking about certificates, our managers will contact you and send you the certificates and the presentation. How to create some of activities that were presented. Again, as I said, I'm going to share the link with you so you can find out the information there. Okay, yeah, talking about certificates, our managers will contact you and tell you all the details. Reading, writing, Okay, sharing. The information will be in the follow-up letter. Yes, Inna? Yeah. Well, okay. Thank you. Thank you for being so active and creative. Let's stay in touch. On your screen, you can see the information about our contacts of our education center, Grade Education Center, and my contact. So if you are interested in, you can ask, you can send us emails and call us. Thank you very much for being here, for your active participation. I wish you to have a wonderful rest of the day and hope to see you on our webinars. Thank you very much and see you.